Hello everyone, welcome. This is Sloth from Sloth and Moose yet again. We got another Starcraft 2 commentary. This is, I didn't mention it last game, but this is going to be game 2 of the BioOrMech and Hekifson series. It is a best of 3. That was what we did through all of our tournament. So it is going to be a 1v1. It looks like on Xel'Naga Caverns. This is Moose's favorite map. This is not my favorite map, and you should all know why. But if you don't, I don't like this map because the natural is so hard to lock down. I mean, especially against Terran. Terran can do hellion run-bys in this back way, just roast your drones. It's a really hard natural to hold down, guys. I don't like, I guess Hekifson picked this map. We did let Loser pick, so I guess he did pick, or Moose sent me these out of order. So if he picked, it was probably not a very good decision. I'm going to pick BioOrMech to probably win this game, simply because his Marine Siege Tank build is so ridiculously good. If y'all did watch game 1, you did know that BioOrMech won, like I just mentioned, and you did see how solid of a player he was. You saw that he has ridiculous Marine micro. He's able to do that Marine split like a pro, which he possibly could be one day. I do believe he is in a team. Might have to get with Moose to check on that. But he is in the Masters League, which, like I mentioned last game, if you watched, he is in the top 2% on the North American ladder. So we do have a standard wall off, which it does look like BioOrMech does like to do. Supply depot, barracks, supply depot, and what he did last game, which I'm not sure if we'll see it, is he will get the supply depot, and he won't get an add-on on this barracks yet, and he'll go for a pretty quick factory. He does have his refinery coming up a little bit later, it looks like, but he is going to go ahead and get his orbital command as well. So very standard. Just gas didn't come as early as I would have liked, but he probably will still get quite a few Marines out of this one barracks, and then go into that factory building. And he loves to get his bio and mech, not BioOrMech. So, oh, we are actually going to see another barracks, so we are probably going to see some very early pressure. It looks like he waited for the scout to get up here to scout out this 15 or 14 hatch or whatever he went before he decided to throw down that second barracks. So hopefully we're not going to have just a ridiculously quick game, but we might. It'll just depend on these Marines. I do like to see Marine pushes, though. It all comes down to micro whenever you're doing this against a Zerg that is quick expanding. And he is going to transfer a few drones, it does look like. The Zerg player, oh, I didn't mention this, but this is Hekifson. Oh, I did mention this. Hekifson versus BioOrMech, game 2. That's what I said, right? I don't even know, guys. I'm on crack sometimes today, right now. We are going to see, yeah, we are going to see Zergling speed. So there it goes, pops up. So I'm going to see a queen at the natural. I would like to see at least one spawn crawler coming down for Hekifson at his natural, just because this is so hard to hold down. At least one, maybe to block off his ramp. Maybe even another one to come on this other side of his hatch. But I think he's going to have some problem with this early pressure, but we will see. I would expect BioOrMech to go 2 racks into an expand, and he does do that as soon as that 400 minerals goes down. So he does love to expand early. He loves to put on some pressure while his expansion is building in his main. And these Zerglings might actually do a run-by to go up in here and see what's going on, but it does look like he's going to run them back. He does not feel comfortable. He is getting one spawn crawler. I would like to see another one going down on this other side, simply because he has 8 Marines on the way, and he only has 4 Zerglings and this queen to defend right now, and this one spine crawler. And if he just micros on the outside of this creeper around to these drones, he might hold up. He might be able to kill a lot of them. So he might have some trouble here, guys. But he does have quite a few Zerglings out now. That's the power of Zerg. If you can scout out that early Marine push. Oh, I don't like the fact that he's engaging out off of this creep. I do believe these Marines. Oh, and Zergling speed does kick in right in time to go ahead and be able to... if these Zerglings can get up in here and get a run-by before the supply depot, and no, he's not going to be able to. We did have a barracks and a factory, so we got 3 racks factory while he was getting his command center down and while all that was going on. He is going to kill an SCV, and these 2 Marines should void off these Lings, but he is just going to keep them in here. I don't like this. If he does any kind of micro away from these Lings, he should be able to easily hold this off. These other two two Marines should be able to easily take out those, what is it, 2 Zerglings left, 1 Zergling yet left. He did just go ahead and clean it up with his SCVs. So he is overproducing Lings, I believe, at this point. He did win that battle and decided to keep going for the Lings. Now, I don't believe that was the best option at that point. And BioOrMech is doing the exact same thing. He loves doing this, it looks like. I've seen him do it every single game, including the last game. Get his orbital command, his second, for his natural, right beside his main. And then go ahead and start producing SCVs out of both of these orbital commands till he feels he has a comfortable amount of SCVs to transfer when he does decide and get comfortable to move out. So we are seeing the exact same build from Hekifson, loving going the Marine, not Marine, Zerg can't go Marine, guys, if you didn't know. If you didn't know that, then you're probably not very good at Starcraft, but like me, because I obviously didn't know it. But he's going to go the Ling and Ling Muta Baneling route again, and we will see if he can micro a little bit better with those Banelings, because if y'all remember in the last game, definitely did not do a very good job in that main engagement of getting his Banelings on the Marines instead of exploding all of them on the siege tanks. You have to go after the Marines, because think about it, guys, if you have Banelings in your army, Banelings aren't exactly a free unit. They cost money and gas. And that's like your army. When they explode, that you don't have anything left. You don't have any more units for those Banelings. So he will have to micro a lot better to get onto those Marines. We do have the 3 barracks, 1 tech lab, 2 tech lab. He is getting stim pack, and it looks like he already got the shield upgrades, the combat shields, which gives 10 extra hit points. Another thing, if you didn't know, you're probably not very good at the game, but he is morphing in 6 Banelings right now. These Marines do want to go in the back right here, and he is actually going to go to the 3rd of the Zerg player with this large Marine. I like BioOrMech's play. He loves to just keep the pressure on. He loves to make sure he's ahead at all times. He doesn't like to just sit back like most Terran players do that I play and just build up an army and then go. I mean, you can just tell he is on a different level than a lot of the players are. He does have a few mutas out, the Zerg player does. Quite a few Lings and a few Banelings should be able to easily hold off these Marines. He is going to hold there. I'm not sure if he scouted this out yet. He splits up his Marines pretty well, and we'll probably see a stim pack away from these Lings. Oh, he's getting the Banelings in the mix, and absolutely not a very good job right there. He kind of cornered himself in on that creep. With those Marines, there's not much you can do right there. Hellions are a lot better because they're quicker at that point. But he did scout out the Spire and did have a little bit of Muta Harass going down at the 3rd of BioOrMech, and he just decided to make his 3rd. He loves doing that, obviously. Loves getting his natural relatively early, putting on some pressure, and then getting his 3rd. And every time he gets his 3rd, so far, I've seen a planetary fortress going down as his 3rd. So still just gonna see a lot of Lings, gonna see a lot of Mutas, and no expansion yet from Hekifson. I mean, BioOrMech is pretty much fully saturated at his natural, is fully saturated at his main, and he's so far behind at this point. You can't get this far behind as a Zerg player. I would have expected some kind of early pressure from him. I just think he needed a change of pace, guys, to try and do this. He is going to tear down these back rocks now and get his 3rd, but he's just going to be so far behind. Already a lot of SCVs at the 3rd of BioOrMech. He did finally get down those back rocks with his Zerglings. Has a decent Mutaforce out now, but just terrible saturation at his natural. Well, not terrible. I mean, he's down probably 5 or 6 drones from what he really should be. He's got decent saturation at his main. Should probably go ahead and transfer quite a bit of those drones to the natural, because he's probably down, what's he down? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. He's probably down 5 drones at his natural, and he's probably up about 10 at his main. And, again, just great timing with these missile turrets. BioOrMech knowing when the mutas are going to come, but does not have them very well placed around these barracks, and he's going to have a couple reactors actually. Well, just 1 reactor taken out on that first barracks those mutas came to. So I would expect the Zerg player to drone up pretty hard. It does look like he is, and he's going to have enough to transfer and have pretty good saturation at the 3rd base. So this planetary fortress is up, has 3 missile turrets, gonna void off any mutas in numbers at this point. Doesn't have many. He does scout out that these Marines and these 2 siege tanks are moving in on this hatchery, and he's just not going to be able to do much, guys. He doesn't have his Zerglings over here. He doesn't. Oh, he is going to be able to hold this off pretty well, but he does bring that second batch of Marines from behind his siege tanks to take out the mutas. And these Zerglings are going to get a decent surround on these siege tanks. I would love to see the Banelings going more after the Marines, but he is going to be able to clean this up again. So BioOrMech continuing to lose his army, but Terran is overpowered, guys. I mean, we all know it. We all know that Terran is overpowered. So he does have this planetary fortress, so he doesn't have to worry about anything there. He does have the siege tank here, so he doesn't have to worry about hardly anything there. He has these missile turrets up, so he doesn't have to worry about anything there. And actually, this could be pretty bad for him right here. This siege tank is going to do quite a bit of work on these Zerglings, and he just had so many Marines pop out. It's ridiculous. Look at all those reactors. He's got 7 barracks. 5 of them have reactors. So what's that? He can do. I can't do math, guys. 6, 12, 13. He can pop out 14 Marines at a time right now, and we all know the main reason he can do that is because mules are overpowered. But I'm not trying to say that Jargon is a bad player for playing Terran. This is not Jargon, this is BioOrMech. I'm not trying to say BioOrMech is a bad person for going Terran. I'm just saying all players that go Terran are bad people. You know, it's a little different. If you do a little bit of play on words of what I just said, then you know, yeah. So, yeah. But anyway, we are going to see more Banelings coming in. I would like to see the Zerg player get this high yield before BioOrMech takes the high yield and goes down to Planetary Fortress, because everyone knows on Zeldonga Caverns that if the Terran player can secure this high yield, it just causes all kinds of problems for everyone. So, just now getting his 3rd base up and running, and this is going to... he's just got another... Oh my god, so many Marines, 1 siege tank, and 1 Thor. Oh, he is going to get a surround right here with these Lings and these Banelings. And what are you doing with your Banelings? Okay, alright, there we go. That is a lot better. He's taking his Banelings and going after the Marines, but he does have a decent surround with his Marines, but they are going to get cleaned up by the mutas. So what we got going on here, guys, is BioOrMech can continue to lose his army simply because at every single one of his bases, he does not have to worry about anything attacking him. He's just going to be able to move out with more Marines. Oh my god, look at all the Marines still spawning. What has he got queued up? He's got quite a few queued up. No, it looks like he had to kill something right there. I didn't quite catch that. Got to take out this hatchery without a problem. Hopefully we'll see a cancel. Does it cancel? Yes, he does cancel. And the drone almost made it away, but it only made it like 2 centimeters. So I'm liking the Zerg play right now. He's looking actually to be pretty favorable right now. It's going to come down to BioOrMech mining out, and he's looking pretty good right now on mineral count. He did secure, oh my god, he secured this 4th right here while the Zerg player wasn't paying attention. The only way I think the Zerg player could really be in a lot better position right here is if he was able to prevent this expansion, and if he was able to prevent this expansion. It's just like he's so far down right now. He's been on 2 base pretty much the entire game. He's long distance mining, and BioOrMech's just done a lot better job of securing and holding down all of the expansions that the Zerg player's gotten. Oh, and he's going to move in right here. Oh, I do not like this engagement right there. We have 2 siege tanks. We have quite a bit of Marines, but he does clean up that army yet again. So the Zerg player still on top right here, producing 36 more Zerglings. And if he's not, if he's not going to engage with those Zerglings, he's going to have such a trouble right here. The Zerg player he won't attack. Like, just move into his natural right here. Cut off his reinforcement count right here. That's all you got to really do right here. I don't understand why he's not moving in right here. He has so many Banelings. He can just take out all these SCVs. He can take out this. He can just take out everything because all the production buildings are in the main. So if he takes out this natural, and he's just trying to harass with mutas, and it's not going to work. There's too many missile turrets. He's engaging into this missile turret, and I don't like this number of mutas versus 3 missile turrets. He's just going to continue going in again about them, going in on them. And these Marines are easily going to be able to fend off these mutas yet again. So what he did right there, he killed 3 missile turrets and 1 SCV. And now he's not doing anything. He didn't go back in for the SCVs to do some try and harass. He's got a medvac over here. He must have done a drop. I must have missed it. I apologize. Punch me in the face, kick me in the balls. It's not going to bother me all that much. He does move back in on these these SCVs. So this is actually some of the first economic damage that he's been able to do against these SCVs. But he did get, just mass repairing the missile turrets. Just solid play coming from BioOrMech. And he's going to move in right here again, lose some more mutas. He went from about 20 mutas to about... he's got 6 mutas now in about 2 seconds, so he's going to be able to take out this Marine force pretty easily. But honestly, he's just starving the Zerg player right now. He's doing a great job of keeping the Zerg player from getting ahead economically. He's killed so many drones. What's the drone count right now? We have 65 to 55, but you have to remember that Hekifson is on one base, well, he's on 2 base kind of now. He has no gas going at this base. He's at 146 supply to Jargon's. What's his supply? What do we got? 146 to 130, but just ridiculous static defenses for BioOrMech. These missile turrets, these planetary fortresses. It's pretty ridiculous, guys. But I don't see any way the Zerg player can pull this out. Especially considering he lost all those mutas. He can't engage directly into those 2 planetary fortresses because of the missile turrets and because Zerglings are garbage against planetary fortresses. Because, as we all know, planetary fortresses are overpowered because Terran is overpowered. And moving in, I don't understand this play. He's moving in 6 mutas on 1 missile turret. That is such a terrible idea. By the time you kill the missile turret, stemmed up Marines are going to be to your mutas and just fend them off even more. So you just lost 2 mutas in exchange for 1 missile turret, which really does not do much. I would expect 1 more engagement from the Zerg player, maybe right here. He's got quite a lot of Zerglings, got quite a lot of Banelings. He's only got 7 mutas to support this huge ground army, and I don't like it. BioOrMech's pretty much forced to play. It does look like BioOrMech is going to move out. He's got 4 siege tanks, 2 pages of Marines. Honestly, this could be interesting, guys. It's all going to come down to the positioning of the siege tanks and the Marine micro. Moving in with those mutas right there, losing 1. But doing a little bit of damage on that siege tank. I didn't like that engagement, just didn't have enough mutas. He's going to try a pincer attack on these siege tanks and extra Marines. He's going to move in with some Marines from the front, and these Banelings are going to come in the back and engage, and it looks like BioOrMech is going to lose this entire army. But he does have high ground advantage right here, and honestly, he's going to have to just move in right here. I don't see him doing much, considering the amount of production that can come from BioOrMech. He's going to pull up his supply depots. Those Banelings should be able to go ahead and take them out. So looking pretty good for the Zerg player right here. I like the fact that he's finally attacking, but all these Marines spawn, and we'll see how he can do right here, BioOrMech. Gonna easily be able to take out all those Banelings coming up the ramp, and I expect him to move back in now, take out all these Banelings, take out. Oh my God, there's just not much the Zerg player can do at this point. He's not saturated enough at his 3rd and his 2nd. He's completely mined out in his main and his natural. So he's just been constantly making units and not been making drones. AI gets the Zerglings. I do not like the fact that he engaged. He should have kind of microed a little bit, trying to get those Banelings up before all those. Oh God, there goes all the Marines. Did not see a split from BioOrMech like we would have liked to. But he's still doing alright, the Zerg player is, and BioOrMech still has these 2 Thors, going to be able to take out this hatchery fairly easily. Level 3 upgrades on his vehicles, and level 3 upgrades as well on his Marines. 3-3 Marines, 3-3 Thors, 3-3 siege tanks. This kid is solid. Did not even notice all of the upgrades going on. He did have 1 armory producing for those Thor. What are Thors considered? I guess Thors are considered infantry. So they have 3-3 upgrades. I'm not really sure. No, they're not. They're not. No, my mistake. My mistake. Did just have the 3 attack upgrades. So yeah. I thought it was 3-3 because it has the air attack and ground attack listed. These Marines are not going to be able to do much, especially after these 3 siege tanks siege up. It's going to be able to take out most of these Lings, and Hekifson just knows he does not have enough to take this game. And BioOrMech just playing his insanely solid macro game, an insanely solid static defense game, and just so many production buildings. He was slipping on macro a little bit right there, but I mean, when you have 7 barracks and a factory, that's all he has, and he didn't get one Marauder that game. Alright, this kid is sick. He operates off 1 factory and just like 7 racks with straight Marines like every single game. So we saw, I mean, considering, I mean, he did not have that many siege tanks. I mean, 3 siege tanks is reasonable off of this 1 factory over the periods of time that it was going by before he attacked. And I feel the Zerg player didn't put on enough pressure after he killed all those huge armies. I mean, he killed BioOrMech's army like 4 times. That's when you move down here, you secure right here, you hold outside his base, you go ahead and kill this orbital command, and you cut off all of these production buildings from being able to move out and push out again. You got to hold them in this ramp. I mean, it's just, I don't like the fact that the Zerg player did not apply much pressure. But guys, this was game 2. It was best 2 out of 3, so BioOrMech did go on to the finals. He did end up winning, like I said last game. And if you're still watching this was a pretty long game. I understand that I might have got a little crazy with what I was saying because I'm not used to casting 30-minute long games, but do appreciate everyone watching. It is fun to listen to me talk, I guess, if you're still listening to this. So everyone, I guess we will talk to you later. And if you are watching our videos for the first time, subscribe to Sloth and Moose. We are awesome. And, well, we are, when I say we, I mean Sloth is awesome. Moose, if you don't know him, he is not awesome. So, everyone, I'm going to finally get out of here. And I hope you all enjoyed this cast. I'll see you next time.